is probably like a bit of a metaphor for life, but my dog was killed January 29th this year. Someone took her and then proceeded to kill her. They laid her on the side of the road. I found her, I buried her. She's in my yard. She's with me. But this dog that looks exactly like my dog comes into my yard, and this dog ate 5 of my chickens. I only have one left. And it was actually my dog's best friend. So I call him Friend Dog because he was my dog's best friend. And it's sort of weird, you know, it's like I come home and I pull in and this dog runs out and it looks just like Athena. So for a second I think it's her and it's not. And I'm like, holy crap, dude. And I'm not mean to this dog because, you know, he ate my chickens because he's a dog and that's what dogs do, right? Like, I've now secured my chickens. Maybe I can flip this around. Scroll in. Okay, this is the corner of the catio that you see. So my chickens are now secured in the catio. And that's how I protect my chickens from this dog. It's like my job to protect my chickens. But you know, it's sort of interesting. It's like it's such a mind F, you know what I mean? Like it's a mind F a little bit. But in the same regard, I imagine that things are going to happen this year, 2025, that are probably going to make me grateful that I don't have to secure my dog, because maybe things are going to get so bad this year that I will look back and I would say, even though her soul's resting in peace and I would rather her be here with me, I think some things are going to happen this year that are potentially going to make me grateful that she's no longer here. That's just what I chum it up to be. And in the meantime, you know, this dog's coming around and it's like, I keep thinking it's her and it's not her. It's not her. That was actually the worst thing that ever happened to me. It was like the death of a child, basically. I mean, your dog is like your family. It was like the worst thing. Like I've had a lot of terrible, like, not terrible things happen to me. So sure, yeah, of course, but like not only have terrible things happen to me, but like beyond that, the terrible nature of the world that I've seen is enough, like is everything. Like it's too big, it's too bad, it's too horrible. Like I've seen the horrible nature of the world with my own eyes, and it's like, I don't know, I could say that that was the worst thing that ever happened to me, was just seeing the evil that just parades itself and just takes authority in this world, and they get away with it, and not in God's eyes. I mean, everything's going to be redeemed. um it's funny because the death of the dog, it was like that was the worst thing that has ever happened to me, like personally. Someone taking my dog and killing her, and she was like an angel. She was an angel of a dog. Like she diminished herself to become a dog. To become my dog, she had to diminish herself. Um, that's the worst thing that ever freaking happened to me. But I think that in coming days, I'm going to be at peace more because of the shit that's coming upon the earth, you know? Like the stuff that's going to come upon the earth is probably going to be so terrible that it's going to make me grateful that she is resting peacefully and sound, and that I'm going to see her again, no doubt, because my first vision ever with spirituality was with my grandfather who passed, with his dog who had passed, and the name was Travis. And the interesting thing is, I live in Travis County. There's all this sacred geometry of reality that is so interesting, and everything is going to come full circle. And there's so much sacred geometry in my life with the people that I love, that have died, that are here. There's so much sacred geometry that it can only be explained as God's perfect will. So all that being said, I imagine that in the upcoming days, I'm going to be grateful that I don't just have to secure myself. I only have to secure myself. I won't have to secure this dog who doesn't deserve what is coming upon the earth, if you don't mind me saying. This is what I believe. Potentially, maybe that's the blessing in disguise. Potentially, probably, likely. I mean, in the book of Zechariah, they said like people's eyes are going to rot out of their sockets, their tongues are going to rot out of their mouths. And it's happening all over this neighborhood. People's dogs going missing, people stealing dogs. I'm just grateful that I got my dog back because a lot of them don't. But I fought really hard to at least get my dog back, and I did. And she's here, and she's safe, and she's secure, and she's buried, and she's at rest with me. With me. A lot of people are not going to get that. I think that a lot of people are going to get something not as peaceful as that. And it doesn't like it doesn't feel right to say right now, because right now in Texas things are looking pretty good. And I don't know if it's going to change because Texas is really blessed. Around the world, you know, like things are looking pretty good until they're not, you know? Like things are pretty good until they're not. Like things look really good until they're not. And that's the weirdest thing of all. It's like life is pretty good until it's not, you know? That's the thing, to stay vigilant. Just because you have good weather one day, just because everything is good one day, doesn't mean everything is going to be good the next day. And I have to keep reminding myself of that, you know, just to like mentally prepare. Just because things are good one day doesn't mean that things won't be good the next day. I just wanted to profess that, you know. I guess that's it for now.